Attention, Chiefs fans. Today, we bring you some exciting news about our team and why they are more than ready to make history once again. The Kansas City Chiefs are closer than ever to achieving an epic feat, the three-peat Super Bowl championship. Although the 2025 season has been filled with emotions, with victories secured by slim margins like a last-second field goal or a clutch defensive play, something is brewing within this team that has us all on the edge of our seats. From a key Christmas game against the Pittsburgh Steelers that solidified their place as the top playoff seed, to their impressive ability to shine under pressure, this team has something few possess: the DNA of a champion. General Manager Brett Veach, who has witnessed the heart of this team firsthand, clearly stated something fundamental. When they get into these must-win situations, they have this ability to focus and play their best football when it matters most. It's a characteristic of champions, and there's no doubt that this quality is what has made them the cornerstone of the NFL, almost unbeatable in the postseason. The Chiefs have not only been a competitive team during the regular season, but they have also shown they can elevate their game to a whole new level when it matters most. From clutch plays to spectacular victories in crucial moments, like their comeback against the Eagles in Super Bowl 2023, the Chiefs have proven time and time again that they can lay it all on the line when everything is at stake. With their eyes set on the Super Bowl, what makes them favorites once again? The answer lies in their perfect balance between offense, defense, and special teams, a combination that could lead them to glory. Let's start by talking about what's happening on the field. Over the past few years, Patrick Mahomes has proven to be more than just a quarterback. He has been the leader and key figure in 3 Super Bowls, leading his team to victory and being named MVP in each of those games. But this year, Mahomes has shown even greater growth, elevating his game when they needed him most, and with a receiving core that could be the best he's had in his career. With DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown, and Xavier Worthy, the Chiefs have a receiving lineup that terrifies any defense. Along with the constant threat of Travis Kelce, the Chiefs' offense is unstoppable. As Hopkins mentioned, we play until the last second. We don't give up. That says a lot about us as competitors. And without a doubt, it's that attitude that has allowed them to get this far. But the real key lies in how this offense complements a rock-solid defense capable of taking on any challenge. While the offense is undeniable, the Chiefs' defense has been one of the standout units in the NFL this season. The defense has proven that it can not only face the best offenses, but also stop them when it matters most. In the postseason, they've shut down big names like Bijan Robinson and Alvin Kamara, proving that the Chiefs are ready to stop any threat that comes their way. A key factor in this defensive success is Chris Jones, one of the pillars of the defensive line. "I think it's going to be important for us to establish dominance on the offensive line," Jones said. "And if there's one thing we know, it's that if the Chiefs' defense controls the run game, their chances of success are huge." Defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo has also been standout for designing exotic blitzes that make life difficult for opposing quarterbacks, and if anyone can destabilize Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, it's these Chiefs. Special teams, the extra edge. Another area where the Chiefs shine is in special teams, where they've shown an unwavering ability to change the course of the game. Harrison Butker, one of the most reliable kickers in the NFL, not only has the leg to make kicks from over 60 yards, but has also been a key factor in critical moments. Let's not forget Matt Araiza, who has the ability to change the field position with every punt. Plus, Nico Remigio has emerged as a valuable player in the return game, and the Chiefs have shown they can block kicks in key moments, like they did against Denver. As Mahomes said, "If you look at our entire season, someone makes a huge play at the most important moment to go out and win a game, whether it's offense, defense, or special teams." This team is a true example of how teamwork can take you to the top. Beyond the numbers and stats, what truly sets this team apart is its unity. The culture that head coach Andy Reid has built, and the commitment from every player to the mission of winning, is what truly makes the difference. The Chiefs are a team that not only has talent but also heart. Throughout the season, we've seen players like Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes lead by example, inspiring their teammates to give their best on every play. The team's ability to stay focused, overcome adversity, and fight until the end is what has brought them to this point. And, of course, we can't forget the experience factor. This team knows what it takes to win the Super Bowl. They've done it twice in the past few years, and they're ready to make history once again. As the Chiefs move through the playoffs and approach the big day, all eyes will be on them. Can they overcome the Eagles and complete their historic triple championship? The signs point to yes. With an explosive offense, an impenetrable defense, and special teams that make the difference, the Chiefs have everything they need to win Super Bowl 2025. But the question remains, how will the next crucial play unfold? What surprise awaits us from this championship-bound team? We'll know in the next chapter of this epic story still being written. So get ready, Chiefs fans, because the best is yet to come. What do you think about the Chiefs' chances in this Super Bowl? Let us know what you think. Why Maxx Crosby rules out the Chiefs as a trade option. The NFL trade market always generates a lot of buzz, and the Kansas City Chiefs are no exception. This season, with rumors of defensive reinforcements growing, the possibility of adding an all-pro player to the Chiefs roster seemed like an attractive option for many. However, there is one player who has completely shut that door. Maxx Crosby, the defensive star for the Las Vegas Raiders. And he's made it very clear. In a recent interview with Kay Adams for FanDuel, Crosby was direct about his future, making it clear that he has no interest in joining the Chiefs. While he didn't rule out a possible trade, what he did make clear was that wearing the red jersey of Kansas City is not an option for him. I don't want to join the damn Chiefs and win a Super Bowl. That would mean absolutely nothing to me, Crosby bluntly stated. This comment comes loaded with rivalry, as the Chiefs are undoubtedly one of the Raiders' biggest rivals in the AFC West. Over the years, Crosby has been a key part of Las Vegas' defense, and his passion for his team is undeniable. However, despite his personal achievements, such as multiple Pro Bowl selections and an All-Pro team inclusion, Crosby has yet to make the playoffs in his career. This is something that likely weighs on him, as the chance to win a championship has always been a huge motivation for any player. The reality for Crosby and the Raiders. Maxx Crosby, who has been one of the brightest stars for the Raiders, is recognized as one of the best defenders in the league. However, his journey with the Las Vegas team has not been easy. Despite his on-field prowess, the Raiders have struggled to overcome the competition in the AFC, leaving Crosby without the opportunity to play in a Super Bowl thus far. The Raiders' new head coach, Pete Carroll, could be the factor that changes the team's fate. With his winning mentality and high-level experience, Carroll has the potential to revive the Raiders' strength and hopefully lead them to the postseason. This could mark the beginning of a new era in Las Vegas, where Crosby finally sees the success that's eluded him until now. However, we can't forget that, despite the Chiefs' attempts to strengthen their defense, Crosby was never a viable option for them. And although he would have been an incredible addition to Kansas City's defensive line, the Chiefs will need to look for other alternatives to add depth to their already formidable squad. What does this rejection mean for the Chiefs? The Chiefs, with their impressive recent track record and their goal of securing a third Super Bowl title, still have defense improvement in mind. The situation with Chris Jones, who is approaching the age of 30, makes it clear that the team needs to incorporate more talent to the defensive line to stay competitive in the future. Signing a high-profile player like Crosby would have been an excellent option to achieve this, but with his rejection, Kansas City will have to focus on other names. The defensive player market for the Chiefs doesn't stop here. While Crosby has shut the door, there are still several players who could be key pieces to complete the team's defense. From young players shining on their respective teams to veterans hungry for a championship, the Chiefs have many options to strengthen their squad. What's next for the Chiefs? Even though Crosby is no longer an option, the Chiefs remain one of the most feared teams in the league, not only for their offense but also for a defense that has been improving season after season. Rumors about potential moves to strengthen the defense continue, and while Crosby may not be on the list, other options are still open. With the NFL draft and free agency right around the corner, Kansas City will be looking to add more pieces that can help them not only secure a third consecutive title, but also the defensive stability they need to continue dominating the AFC. Without a doubt, the search for players like Crosby could have been a big opportunity, but it's not the end of the road for the Chiefs. Maxx Crosby has decided to stay in Las Vegas, meaning the Chiefs must continue with their plans to add defensive talent through other means. Meanwhile, the rivalry between the Chiefs and Raiders remains as alive as ever, with Crosby reaffirming his loyalty to his team and shutting the door on the possibility of joining the reigning champions. What is clear is that, even though Crosby isn't on the Chiefs' radar, the battle for dominance in the AFC West is still hot, and Kansas City will not give up on their mission to strengthen their defense and achieve their goal of a third Super Bowl title. What comes next for the Chiefs? With free agency and the NFL draft in full swing, the Chiefs have many decisions to make. While Crosby is no longer an option, the possibilities for reinforcing the defense remain high. Who will be the next player to join Kansas City and make this unstoppable team even stronger? We'll find out very soon. The former Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver, Tyreek Hill, is one of the most influential figures in the recent history of the NFL. During his time in Kansas City, Hill earned the respect of teammates, coaches, and fans, being a key piece in the team's Super Bowl 54 victory. However, in 2021, Hill made the decision to leave the Chiefs and join the Miami Dolphins. Since then, the NFL has continued its course, and the Chiefs, with a revamped roster, remain one of the most successful franchises in the league. In this context, Tyreek Hill has spoken candidly and reflectively about his departure from the Chiefs, his current life with the Dolphins, and his views on the future of his former team. What does Hill think about his legacy in Kansas City and the dynasty that is still standing? Tyreek Hill, nicknamed Cheetah for his explosive speed, was a fundamental piece in the Kansas City Chiefs' Super Bowl 54 win. Since his arrival in 2016, Hill not only stood out for his ability to make big plays, but also for his leadership in the locker room and his knack for changing the course of a game with his presence. With Hill on the field, the Chiefs had not just an elite receiver, but a player capable of opening up Andy Reid's offense. However, in 2021, after years of success in Kansas City, Tyreek Hill surprised the world by being traded to the Miami Dolphins. While the reasons behind his departure are still debated, it's believed that the Dolphins' financial offer played a key role. Despite leaving, Hill has continued to closely follow the progress of his former team, and his comments about the Chiefs' ongoing success reflect both admiration and a hint of regret. In a recent interview, Hill was asked if he had ever regretted leaving the Chiefs, and his response was straightforward. "I'm human, so I always wonder, did I make the right decision?" said Hill, offering a glimpse into his inner feelings. Throughout his time with the Chiefs, Hill formed an exceptional chemistry with Patrick Mahomes, who has also cemented himself as one of the NFL's top quarterbacks. Together, they led an offense that shattered records and brought Kansas City into an era of greatness. However, despite any doubts he may have about his decision, Hill assures that his love for the Chiefs and respect for the organization remain intact. "I love those guys to death. I have so much respect for them because every Sunday we went out on the field knowing we were going to win," the receiver shared in a recent appearance on Pro Football Talk. These words reflect the deep bond Hill continues to have with his former teammates and the legacy he left with the team. Since Hill's departure, the Kansas City Chiefs have continued their path to greatness, reaching 3 consecutive Super Bowls, a feat few teams have achieved in recent NFL history. With Mahomes leading the way and an offense that's always innovating, the Chiefs remain favorites in the AFC and a constant Super Bowl contender. In 2023, Kansas City earned its second title in the last 4 years, proving that the Chiefs dynasty is very much alive and that despite losing key pieces like Hill, the franchise is still on a successful path. The fact that the Chiefs have continued to shine without Hill has sparked much debate about how his departure didn't affect the team as much as some thought it would. While Hill's speed and explosive plays were crucial, Mahomes' talent and his ability to adapt his game to different situations have been key factors in the team's continued success. The arrival of new players, like rookie receiver Sky Moore and running back Isaiah Pacheco, has also added freshness and versatility to the Chiefs' offense. After his trade to the Miami Dolphins, Tyreek Hill has found a new home and remains one of the NFL's most dominant receivers. Although his performance continues to be elite, the Dolphins have yet to reach the same level of success as the Chiefs. Despite having a talented quarterback in Tua Tagovailoa, Miami has not yet made the leap into the elite ranks of the AFC, which has raised some skepticism about the team's immediate future. Hill, for his part, has shown his determination to lead the Dolphins to glory, but he hasn't been able to avoid comparing Miami's current situation to that of the Chiefs. The Dolphins' lack of consistency in their play and Tua's injury struggles have been factors that have hindered the team's performance, leading Hill to reflect on his decision. In a series of recent comments, Hill made some remarks about the Dolphins that stirred controversy in the media. After a disappointing Week 18 loss, Hill expressed his frustration and suggested he might want to leave Miami. However, he quickly retracted his words, admitting that he had let his emotions get the best of him. "I completely retract it," Hill said in a later interview. "I don't deserve to say something like that. The Miami Dolphins have been very good to me, so why would I say some of the things I said?" This apology showed Hill's more human side, as despite his success, he's not exempt from the doubts and frustrations that can arise during a tough season. Hill's departure from the Chiefs marked the end of a golden era in Kansas City, but also opened the door for new challenges and opportunities. While the Chiefs' offense remains one of the most powerful in the league, the absence of a receiver with Hill's ability to make game-changing plays has been noticeable at times during the season. The team has had to adjust to Hill's departure by integrating new players like Marquez Valdes-Scantling, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Sky Moore. While these receivers are talented, they don't have the same ability to shift the momentum of a game with a single play as Hill did. Even so, the combination of Mahomes and coach Andy Reid has proven to be enough to keep the Chiefs at the top of the NFL. Tyreek Hill's departure from the Kansas City Chiefs hasn't stopped the team's success, but it has left an indelible mark on the franchise's recent history. Hill remains one of the biggest figures in Chiefs history, and his impact on the team is still palpable, even though he now plays for the Miami Dolphins. As the Chiefs continue to chase another title, Hill continues to reflect on his decisions and watch the future of his old team unfold. What do you think of Hill's comments? Do you believe the Dolphins have what it takes to compete for the Super Bowl in the coming years? Or will the Chiefs continue to dominate the AFC? Leave your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive NFL content.